questions.
Thank you, Chairman Green. And again, thank you to our witnesses for your time and perspectives today as we examine the implications of a cashless economy. While some cities and some states have enacted laws that require businesses to accept cash, there are also businesses that have experimented with a cashless model. There's no one-size-fits-all solution to payment options, of course, and cash is certainly essential to democracy and an open and free society. That said, Professor Zywicki, I want to dive into the reasons a business might not want to accept cash, and I'll ask several questions. I'd appreciate as quick a response as you can give to each. First, retailers have to pay employees to account for cash in the register and at the back of the store, count the drawer nightly, package it up, and either hire a courier or send an employee to transport it to a bank. And then they have to pay fees for processing and handling. Did I leave anything out, Professor?
I think that pretty much covers all of it. It's a very labor-intensive way to do things.
And there's also some risk that's associated with handling all that cash. The business can be exposed to theft, and the employees can be exposed to danger in the form of robberies. Professor Zywicki, are there costs associated with these types of risks?
Absolutely, Mr. Emmer. There are security costs. There are the cost of hiring armored cars. There's the cost of installing vaults and safes. And as you said, there's the cost of, there's the risk to employees who work on the front lines who have a lot of cash on hand.
So, Professor, is it fair to say that a federal requirement to accept cash is effectively a tax on any business that might otherwise prefer to go cashless?
Absolutely, yes.
Businesses that stop accepting cash might boost their bottom line by reducing overhead costs, saving time, and creating some operational efficiencies, no doubt. But Professor Zywicki, do you agree that for some small businesses that may be struggling during the ongoing pandemic, those savings might actually be the difference between staying open versus going out of business?
I think that's exactly right. And I think one of the points here is that legacy businesses have already incurred a lot of these costs, surveillance, security systems, safes, all these sorts of things. New businesses, however, they're completely unnecessary in many cases for a lot of these businesses. And so it's just a cost. It's a tax imposed on them by incumbents that blocks small businesses, blocks new entrants of new businesses. And so it could really make the difference for many of these businesses.
Wow. Thank you. I appreciate your perspective. Technology and payments innovation provides more convenience and affordability for the consumer, certainly. The privacy implications of a cashless economy, however, cannot be emphasized enough as far as I'm concerned. So as we grapple with preserving privacy and transitioning to a digital economy, I believe we must look to technology solutions in payments that preserve the privacy elements of cash. And again, I said it at the beginning of this hearing, I'll say it again, stable coins and decentralized technology innovations are the first things that come to my mind, is these are solutions that are actually open, permissionless, and private. Thank you again, Mr. Chair, and all the witnesses for your time. Chair, I yield back the remainder of my time.
Gentleman yields back. The chair now recognizes the chair of the Housing Subcommittee for 5 minutes, Mr. Cleaver, for your questions.